What's good, Panda YouTube? We're gonna be looking at a video of 30 things that don't make sense in Smash Ultimate.
30 things that don't make sense in Smash Ultimate. It should be more like 300.
There's way too much stuff for this game, which is why sometimes things can slip through the cracks. There are too many interactions, too many moves, too many things that can happen. And some of them don't make sense. The one thing that doesn't make sense to me is why you haven't subscribed. That makes no sense. We put out videos all the time, and don't you want to see all of them? It doesn't make sense that you wouldn't. See, that's two things.
Infinite Bits. Shout out to him for making this video. Let's get into it.
How come when Luigi uses his plunger grab, he actually gets less range if you use an item that slows down time? Just look at this side by side.
Physics. Dude, that's a lot of range. Oh my god.
How do you even find that out, though? Like,
Same distance and everything.
Simple physics. When time slows down, things don't go as far.
Or why is it that only some projectiles rotate around the planet in the Mario Galaxy stage while others don't? So like only some objects get affected by the planet's gravity now?
because some items think the world is flat. Obviously. No. Projectile versus hit scan. Obviously. Physics.
Yeah, that's a laser.
So like only some objects?
This is a beam of metaphysical energy. It is not affected by gravity.
Get affected by the planet's...
Bro, of course no. That's magnets. That's a metal thing.
Welcome back to the series where we look at video game logic in a dead serious manner. Smash Bros can have some very odd interactions in it, so here are 30 things in Smash Bros Ultimate that don't make sense. How is Jigglypuff able to put anyone asleep from singing her song? Even robots like Mega Man or Rob fall asleep somehow from this melody.
They're rebooting.
Not even the robots are prone to getting their face drawn on, though. Come on.
I mean, that's a powerful melody. Not gonna lie.
Even another Jigglypuff falls asleep from the same
It's a powerful
song
medley.
She herself sings, but now when that same song is sung back to her, she falls asleep.
It's a reboot song. It makes people go to sleep and it reboots all computers. It's like a jammer. You know what I mean?
What dictates whether a character can wall jump or not?
Agility. Athleticism.
Like both Toon Link and Young Link can wall jump, but then Breath of the Wild Link can't.
What? That's so true.
Yeah, because he's fat. He gained some weight. He's old now. His knees don't work the way they used to.
He's old.
When Breath of the Wild is a game completely based around climbing on walls and jumping off of them. Or then there's
that's not a wall
Villager,
jump.
who
He, like,
throughout
walked.
The entire Animal Crossing series could never jump, but in Smash, he's just a natural wall jumper.
Well, he does look young and sprightly. You know, this one I'm going to give to you. That is a little strange. I mean, he pole jumps over rivers.
But in Smash, he's just a natural wall.
I mean, hey, maybe Villager just started working out before he got into Smash, you know?
That's one that doesn't make sense. You got one on the board.
How is it that both Squirtle and Greninja can drown in water?
Squirtle's drowning. I've never seen such a cursed image.
These are both water-type Pokemon. Literally, where they live and hang out is in the water. But now they can barely even swim for like 5 seconds.
Okay, to be fair, maybe it's like a land turtle.
They're freshwater Pokemon. This is saltwater. This is the ocean. They're just not used to it.
Pichu
You put a saltwater shark in freshwater, he'd die too.
hurts himself when he uses his electric moves because he can't control them or whatever.
Yeah.
But then how come his electric taunts don't hurt him at all?
I mean, the animation shows that he gets hurt, but he doesn't take any damage. Look.
His taunts look
Those are just for show. Those are like,
too.
that's like electricity he got. That's like electricity he got used to before he evolved. That's like the first, like he was excited about it, but he doesn't want to use it. It's not strong enough to hurt nobody. It's like a static shock. Look, I'm answering these questions for y'all.
I think when you're in a taunt mode, you're just solo and you're able to focus on it. But when you attack, your adrenaline is high and your body just sort of goes like Eye of the Tiger, and it just keeps going, and then you hit the other guy and you don't even feel it. The adrenaline is so high.
What's with the racers in the big blue stage? I mean, I thought this was a race, yet they're all just behind each other in a single file line.
This dude doesn't watch NASCAR?
To pass. Like, what a
That's what you
boring race
do.
to watch.
No, look at how short this track is. If you try to go around, you die.
They're just being nice.
Even in
I mean, to be fair, that strip looked kind of tiny. How are you supposed to pass them?
here, they're just being.
How are you supposed to pass them? They're all the way to they're on the way to like the grocery store. Is what it looked like.
This is like a challenge course. They're just setting pace. There's probably like 1,000 laps in this race. Just give them time.
How come this Mario stage has the name Mushroom Kingdom 2 when the stage itself doesn't even take place in the Mushroom Kingdom? Yeah, you're actually in the world of Subcon, which was the setting of Mario 2. So
What?
this stage has
Subcon?
nothing to do with the Mushroom Kingdom.
What the heck? I didn't even know that.
This place doesn't even exist, too. This game took place in Mario's dream, which means Birdo isn't real. But Birdo came out of Mario's head and is now a friend and gets invited to the party. I guess that is kind of weird. Sakurai is just a fake gamer. He didn't know.
Right, now it's time to get the big one out of the way. Why do all these typically friendly Nintendo characters suddenly have the urge to fight each other now, even though they're friends? It makes sense
Are they?
sometimes if, like, Mario is fighting Bowser, but then in the next match, you could have Mario fighting Peach.
I mean, this is understandable too.
Have you guys seen Melee intros? In Melee intros, they like load up. It's like fox.exe. Okay? It's not like you're actually playing as the character. That's actually one of the reasons I don't like unique character intros, because it sort of says that it is them. But even still, that's the whole like lore of the game, right? That they're like dolls that you're playing with or whatever. And if that was true, Mario only wears red.
He's tired of her getting kidnapped by Bowser.
Like Mario's fed up with Peach. This is understandable. This is understandable. That's more understandable than Mario Bowser.
But it clearly says he's a computer. That's not real. That is a simulated Mario. That's not real Mario. He would never do that.
Beat her ass.
And also, why do all these characters even want to be invited to Smash Brothers, which seems like an underground fight club of
Because it's cool.
Ganon's just not a nice guy.
Little Mac, I could see being excited from getting the invitation because he's a boxer, but then you have Villager, who's never fought.
Hey, I can understand this. Villager probably wants to beat on Tom Nook's ass, but he can't because that's like he's the landlord. So now he needs to let off some steam.
Villager's tired of paying his taxes to Tom Nook. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's a fun challenge.
Characters have like built up anger inside that they're just waiting to let out.
No.
What's with the Mega and Mini Mushrooms in this
Big
game?
dog.
How come it affects both characters in a duo like?
'Cause they
Banjo-Kazooie
share.
Or Duck Hunt.
Ew, why is it so big? The bird. Whatever, GMOs.
Maybe it's because they're like on each other.
As all three of the Pokemon grow when only one of them eats it. They're not even close either. In fact, they're still in the Pokeball. But then for the Ice Climbers, the mushroom only affects one of them.
Okay, Popo is very selfish. Popo won't let Nana have anything.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. What? That does not make sense.
You want to know why? Because Sakurai hates ice climbers.
So
He doesn't
where's
give
the
her any.
consistency with these things. The weights of the characters in this game mostly make sense, but there are some odd ones.
Yeah, talk about Mewtwo's weight.
Like, how does Sephiroth, this big buff guy, weigh just as much as Kirby?
He's
this
wayfish.
tiny puffball made-
Sephiroth is like 5'2".
Because there's a galaxy inside Kirby. It makes sense.
Or how is Mewtwo, this giant Pokemon, weigh less than this tiny monkey?
This little tiny old monkey.
Mewtwo kind of looks inflatable to me. Doesn't he look inflatable to you? He doesn't look real. He looks like he's blown up with air. I feel like Mewtwo isn't actually that heavy. Like, look at him. He's just bottom heavy, you know?
Meta Ridley, this giant metal dragon that weighs less than Terry.
You know how much muscle mass weighs? Muscle weighs more than fat, so... And Terry is, yoked up.
Terry's muscles are...
This is hurting my head.
Who's just some strong dude with big arms.
Very strong dude.
Characters with full body suits able to eat the food in this game.
Wait, can you imagine an image of like Samus with a mask on just shoving like food on the mask and just making a huge mess on the mask? Holy shit.
Meta Knight, or even Olimar. And then there's Rob.
Oh my god, Rob's like, give it to me.
Where he puts the food, he just shoves it.
He stuffed that shit.
So I have no
Why
idea
does Rob eat like that?
where
He greedily shovels it into his mouth. He's putting it into his eyes. It's actually a big problem for him, and he's going to pay for it later when this pasta gets into his circuitry. But for now, it's delicious.
Ever notice that the fire escape in the Tomodachi Life stage doesn't connect to any door?
That is weird. I noticed that too.
Why isn't there just a normal door? Like, you don't even have to go through it.
I think I did notice that. It's just there for like nothing. It's like you can't even get on it to begin with.
It even looks like it leads somewhere here, but nope, just a wall.
Yeah, that's not OSHA compliant.
Take a look at Sephiroth's final smash here. How does anything, just anything, survive after this? Not only just the characters he's using it on,
I said this a million times.
but the stage 2 or even the universe.
Yeah, I'm not defending this one, especially because it only does like 20 damage. It does 30 damage. The Earth and the universe are destroyed, and it does 30 damage to these people. Good lord.
And yet, when it's done,
No, he's
your
spitting on
opponents
this one.
Just fall asleep like they couldn't care less.
Wait, they can fall asleep?
And yet, when it's planet you're on, which even causes other planets to explode too. And yet, when it's done, your opponents just fall asleep like they couldn't care less.
Wait, really?
Ganondorf can just randomly pull out like a giant sword.
But he doesn't use it! He doesn't actually use it! He only uses it for his smash tags. Make Ganon a sword character. I said what I said.
Weirdest of all is Simon and Richter. All the stuff they throw, like
Yeah, where they pulling up all them spiky objects, huh?
water, they seem to have an unlimited amount of it.
This is the one time I'm going to say it, though. It's a video game. I can't... They were able to do this in their games, and their stuff came out of, like, hearts, I think.
Mary Poppins purse.
I mean, this logic is like, you can say this for like any game.
In their
when
pants.
you use a Pokeball and Goldeen comes out, this Pokemon will simply just do nothing and splash around.
Yeah.
But why would they choose Goldeen for the role when the Pokemon Magikarp is literally known for splashing around and doing nothing? I honestly think they got Goldeen and Magikarp mixed up because Goldeen doesn't even learn Splash.
Dude, leave Goldeen alone.
How come all the character sizes are messed up here? Ridley
Come
is this
on.
massive dragon who dwarfs any normal person, but
It
in
doesn't even
Smash,
make sense
he's just as tall as like an average Joe.
And Bowser is really big in some versions, and
Or
Olimar is
there's
a quarter
Olimar,
Yep,
who's
there
a
it is.
quarter of the size
Yep.
of a Wii disc,
Yep.
yet he's huge in Smash.
I didn't know that.
Or there's Olimar, who's a quarter of the size of a Wii disc, yet he's huge in Smash. You know, I think I've...
There, Mario, you little tiny boy there.
How else is Ridley gonna fit in Smash? Hold on.
How does the Star Fox squad use their final smashes in stages that are deep underground, like the Metroid stages, for example? You're supposed to be in the depths of a planet.
Okay, to be fair, I didn't know. I thought we were like just outside. It was just lava. I didn't know this was underground.
Back down to the depths after.
Yeah, he
Samus
hits you into the
herself
sky.
Can even fly her ship way down here too. So if she can do that, then the Metroid games would be a lot quicker.
Alright. He made a hole in the planet, obviously. So did Samus.
How can Peach pull out a turnip from any surface? Even from like steel spaceships or surfaces that are so thin you couldn't possibly fit a turnip here, but yet she uses some sort of witchcraft to make these veggies appear.
She is a talented green thumb.
She's a farmer. She got the green thumb. Is that what you call it?
And along those same lines, how is Olimar able to pull out Pikmin from any surface as well? Pikmin are living creatures this time, yet Olimar just finds them in like a giant dragon that's flying around, or in icebergs somehow.
Those are his little minions.
How do the characters rotate themselves around Spiral Mountain in the Banjo-Kazooie stage?
What is happening?
You know what? I'm not gonna defend this. This was a bad stage.
I love Spiral Mountain
Rotating around
in the actual game. It's such a nice place. Not whatever the hell this is.
The camera moving actually makes me dizzy on this map. Oh my gosh. Woo.
It's gonna make me throw up.
Ever notice how weird some of the places that you fight on actually are? Some are pretty fitting.
This is some ass gameplay, I'll say
Or
that.
boxing rings. But then in others, you'll just be fighting on random rooftops. So like, do the people living here ever wonder what all the racket is about?
The Smash Bros. Characters do not believe in the curfews. They'd be terrible neighbors.
Or this one, where you literally go through apartments to fight.
Maybe they are questioning it, but like, what can you do about this giant fucking lizard monster just on top of the roof of your building? What do you do about that?
They're
But
fine.
besides the weird stages,
Part of the game.
What about the deadly ones? Like, why is everyone so focused on fighting each other when there looks to be some sort of war going on in the background?
Hatred.
How come Fox is so massive when he's standing on his own ship? He is literally bigger than the cockpit that he drives in. Like, this is seriously supposed
Imagine how fucking cramped he is in there, just like.
No, he lays down. He like goes all the way back and looks out the window like this.
In the stages that don't have a pit on the sides and just have a walk-off, how does simply walking away kill you?
Where's Mewtwo going?
It's like as soon as you leave the camera, they're done with you and someone kills you.
Yeah, the blast zone.
You can even tilt.
There might be like a group of people just like with like a gun, just waiting for you to get too close to the edge.
Backstory for this one, just take a look at this picture for a sec.
Sure.
It's a render from the year 2000.
Sure
Now
is.
tell me, if you had to predict who would eventually make it into Smash from this photo alone, would you ever guess that the Piranha Plant beat Waluigi?
Come on. It's too soon.
It's the Piranha Plant. It's free Waluigi.
That was an ugly ass Piranha Plant, I will say that. Waluigi should be in this game. I don't know. I still don't know why they added an ugly ass Piranha Plant.
I honestly thought Waluigi was gonna be the final boss type.
Why do all the Koopalings also turn into Shadow Mario?
He taught them
when
the
they've
power.
Never been able to do that and are not even in Mario Sunshine.
He taught them how.
What the heck, guys? Is transforming into Mario just a common thing all Bowser's kids can do now?
Yeah, if you have the paintbrush. Paintbrush can make that happen. That's the whole thing. It's a magical paintbrush. Also, I agree. They should have had the airship. All of them should have flown the airship. And that would have been really nice, because this sucks.
Into Shadow Mario.
An office decoration to Smash. And that's the other thing. Why did they do Bowser Jr. dirty? They could have made Bowser Jr. so cool. They could have made Bowser Jr. so cool. If they made Bowser Jr. like the Sunshine Bowser Jr., you know how cool it would have been?
They just have to paint their own path, obviously. Hey.
How come the Inklings can turn into a squid and swim around anywhere when normally they would have to be in some ink to do that? I mean, now they're literally swimming in solid surfaces, which makes even less sense.
They're spraying the ground before they do it. You just can't see it. It's a very fast part of the animation. They shoot the ground really quick and then they swim in it.
How can
Hard to
characters
notice, I'll give
get
you that.
buried in any surface
Oh, God.
That's probably hurt.
on any stage?
Poor Daisy.
Even things like metal, leaves, or a living, flying dragon
Damn, that would kill him. He buried him in his brain.
thing.
Oh,
and then
God.
even dirt comes out of these surfaces too,
Yeah.
which is even more strange.
Wait, what the heck? I've never seen his body on the other side. That looks cursed. Ew.
That was a fun little video.
I counted like 3 things that didn't make sense. Everything else is clearly explained in the game. Agree with me below.
That was great. Shout out to Infinite Bits for that. That was fantastic. I'm interested to see if you guys have found anything that also don't make sense in Smash Ultimate that was missed out in this video.
Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, ring the bell.
Bye.